chain rule is meant to help us with composite functions, and it's important that we recognize and understand what a composite function is first. Now, in addition to what I'm about to show you here, you can also find more examples of composite functions and a little bit more description under the algebra review part of your Moodle course. There's probably also some stuff in the trig review, but start with the algebra review. That's going to be the most comprehensive bit of information on composite functions. But the general idea is this. We take f and compose it with g. That's what this thing that looks like fog is, and it's sometimes read fog of x, but it's better read as f composed with g. And what that really means is we take the function f and we use g of x as input to it. Because g of x kind of ends up getting pushed inside of f, we sometimes talk about g as being an inner function and f as being an outer function, or the inside function and the outside function. Here are some examples of some composite functions where I've used color to try to help you understand which one's the inner function, or g, and which one's the outer function, or f. So when we take the square root of x squared minus 4, we kind of have an outer function that's a square root and an inner function that's x squared minus 4. If we see something like tangent of 2x, 2x is an inner function that we're putting inside of tangent. Notice this is different from just tangent of x, which is what we often see. If we have 2x minus 7 to the 4th power, the outer function is taking this thing to the 4th power, and the inner function, the g, is the 2x minus 7. And finally, we often see what we see on the right here for trig functions. We like to use a little bit of a shortcut for writing their powers, and it can be really difficult to understand that that 4 is really all that we see of the outside function, and that the cosine of x is actually an inside function. So one of the suggestions I make is that when you come across trig functions that are raised to a power, you rewrite them using parentheses. Notice how much easier it is to understand that cosine is the inner function here, and the outer function is this 4th power that we have with the purple. Alright, so please be careful about that. It's an easy place to get things a little bit confused and mixed up. These are just a couple of examples, and we're actually going to take a look at derivatives of these in your example videos for the chain rule. Again, there are more of these in the algebra review, and I do strongly encourage you to check those out.